What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your girl D here with your vitamin D for free. I have a client in about 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Either way, I got a client in a little bit. So I had to come on here and put what's on my heart. You know, I always got to make a video about something and just to add a little value to your life. So the intention of this video is to remind my sisters and brothers who are on the GLP-1 injections or have had weight loss surgery, just a reminder of some core things to remember so that you can really care for yourself and for your health when you make a big step such as having your injections or your surgery. This video is not about should or shouldn't. This video is not negatively charged or whatever positively charged. I'm in the middle just simply giving information, okay? So, number one, if you are a person who really made this decision based off of your health, you made this decision because you knew that this was the best option for you to contribute to better health, to contribute to weight loss, and you're like, this literally was the opportunity for me to save my life. I do want to applaud you for that because making those decisions are not easy, just like starting your fitness and nutrition routine is not easy. It may be a simple decision, a yes or no, right? But it's not an easy one. So I wanted to go ahead and say that I want to acknowledge you for that. And on the other side of surgery and on the other side of injections, the care for yourself is literally vital and important. Okay? And I think that it's important for me to remind you of the care part because the work starts when you plateau, just like any other journey. The work starts when you leave the doctor's office, even just like people who have had diabetes diagnosis or heart disease or high cholesterol. The work happens when you leave the office, okay? So, number one, I need y'all to know this. Always, 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 always listen to your doctor. Always listen to your doctor. Period. Whatever suggestions they told you to do, take your vitamins, have your protein, stay hydrated, lift weights, whatever they said. Watch for your wounds, come back during this time, whatever. I need you to go do that. Because my lovely African American family, we like to decide to do what we want to do, although we need to be listening to our doctor. Okay, so that's number one. Always, always listen to your doctor. Always listen to your body. That's main key. Now, I'm going to speak on the side of fitness because that's my expertise. My advice to 90% of the population is the same, whether you have surgery or not, injections or not, even if you use your injections to manage diabetes, okay? You got to lift weights. You got to lift weights. With both the injections and the surgery, 30 to 40% of your weight loss, okay, is muscle loss. It's not just all fat loss. And you may not believe it, you may not want to believe it, but it's time for you to believe it because you can go look it up. At least 30% is that. So what does that mean? For every 10 pounds that you lose on the scale, 3 of it is your muscle. The thing about muscle is it is the thing that's responsible for boosting your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is, the more calories you burn at rest, the more calories you burn when you're just sitting down watching me. So what ends up happening is if you don't create a lifestyle change when it comes to resistance training and lifting weights, if you get off of the injections or you get to a plateau, a lot of people gain the weight back. Okay, at least I think they said 2/3 of the weight comes back if you don't adopt the lifestyle changes. So what are those lifestyle changes? Number one, lift your weights, do resistance training. This next part that I'm going to try to articulate as best I can, but I need you to hear me out. Weight loss with both the surgery and the injection comes from caloric restriction. Okay? It comes from caloric restriction. It's not magic, it's just you're in a calorie deficit. You go from eating 2,500 calories a day or 1,700 calories a day, then you don't have an appetite, and now you're eating like 5 to 7. So, just simply by the caloric restriction, you're losing weight. It's not because of anything else, okay? Even if you started walking, if you didn't eat, if you didn't walk, you still were going to lose that weight. Now, when it comes to doing cardio, because that's the easiest thing to understand to do, I would say do not go over 30 minutes a day. Because excessive cardio, whether it's the treadmill, if it's the elliptical, if it's Stairmaster, even if it's doing cardio dance, and y'all know I love cardio dance, it's my thing. Doing an excessive amount of that daily breaks down your muscle mass already, separately from the extreme caloric restriction. So you have to adopt lifting weights. If you don't know how to lift weights, you're like, I don't know how to resistance train. Where do I start? I would say start with looking on youtube.com and say 15-minute at home upper body workout, 15-minute lower body workout. Start there. When you have mastered that and you've been doing that consistently, let's just say for 90 days, okay? I want you to hire a trainer. And this is not me saying I want you to hire me. I need you to hire a trainer that will help you lift weights. Do you hear me? No trainer that's gonna have you running around 24/7. Okay? Not all of this hooking and jugging. I need you to be lifting some weights. That's number one. Number two, and your doctor says this, prioritize your protein. Before you put anything in your mouth, you need to be eating protein. What does that do? Number one, that contributes to increasing your overall muscle mass, which increases your metabolism. That helps to prevent osteoporosis or other bone-related conditions. That helps with mental health. Protein helps with a lot of things. Okay, so whether you are doing plant-based protein, protein powders, if you're doing chicken, if you're doing whatever, remember, you got to prioritize your protein. And you may not want to hear this, but the black community, we do talk about rice, we eat a lot of beans, we eat a lot of carbohydrates and things. Those are not great sources of protein. You need great sources of protein first. For my sisters and brothers who have had weight loss surgery, you already know this. The doctors already told you. You only have a certain amount of stomach volume that you can eat. So you have to start off with the thing you need most. That is your protein and that is your water. Okay? You got to get your protein in and you got to stay hydrated. Erring on the side of hydration. You could go many, many days without eating, especially those of us who have 30 plus percentage body fat. We could go many, many days. We're not going to die. But you cannot last that long without water, without hydration. And so Tasha mentioned this, and I'm so glad she did. Having something with electrolytes in it, please make sure you check with your doctor also, because a lot of the electrolyte drinks have a lot of sugar in them, and that can be problematic. So check with your doctor. But having electrolytes with your water will help you actually absorb the water, okay? Sometimes water will just go out of you, but with that salt, that sodium will help hold it. I hope y'all understand this. And if you're like, well, I don't know about hydration, I can't have that. Let me tell you what is a great hydrating tool is pink Himalayan sea salt. If you just put a little bit on your hand, lick it, and then drink your water, that'll help you be hydrated a little bit more. So those two things are very, very important. This last one, y'all know it, and I be singing like a songbird, singing down, and that is taking your vitamins. Got to take your vitamins, got to take your multivitamins. And you might ask, what is your favorite vitamin D? What do you suggest? I suggest whatever your doctor says. Outside of that, I suggest whatever you will take. Because vitamins don't work in the bottle. They don't work in the refrigerator. They don't work in your tablet box. You got to take them you got to take them. The other part about your vitamin is I want you to look on the back of your vitamin bottle and see what the serving size is for the vitamin. Are you supposed to have 3 a day? Are you supposed to have 1 a day? Are you supposed to have 2 a day? Look on there to make sure you're getting the correct dosage, because a lot of y'all are supposed to be having 3 a day and you're just taking 1 and you're only getting 1/3 of what you need. So if you already have a restricted diet, you have to use some type of supplement to bridge the gap of the nutrition you are not getting. Y'all know I am a supplement junkie, and I've been supplementing for 20 years now. I love supplements. Whole food is number one. You want to eat your nutrients as much as you can. And when you're missing out, that's when you use your supplementation. So remembering to have your protein shakes. Y'all know that I do Herbalife. So if you have questions about that, I got you. But on the other side of that, I need you to go get some protein. Whether it's your Premier shakes that you get from Sam's, if you're going to Vitamin Shop and getting a protein shake, if you know you're not getting your protein, that's a great way to not only have your protein, but also have your hydration at the same time, because that is very, very important. And I'm here to say this. If you're having trouble eating or remembering to eat, because sometimes the injections turn off that part of your body. Well, they do. They turn off that part of your brain that you don't eat. Set an alarm. Last thing that you want to do is end up passing out because of dehydration. Passing out because your blood sugar is low. Okay? So I say all of this with love because I'm very interested in your well-being. Okay? It's not for me to say what is good or bad for you, because I live in my body and I make the decisions I think that are best for me. Okay? We have a question. Does sea moss count, or should vitamin pills be added? Sea moss is not a multivitamin. I would still add a multivitamin. Great question. Great question. Sea moss will give you your extra vitamins and minerals, but it doesn't give you the essential ones that you need, that you're missing in a balanced diet. That makes sense. The other part I really want to share, and I have a few minutes for this, is that if you're also having trouble remembering to get your food in, meal replacements are really, really good. Are really, really good because they have the balanced macronutrients of a meal. So your proteins, your carbohydrates, a little bit of your sugars, it has that in there. Your fats. That is different. A meal replacement is different than a protein shake. Everybody say it with me. A meal replacement shake or powder is different than a protein shake. A meal replacement is to replace a balanced meal that you're going to miss for whatever reason. Okay? A protein shake is to help bridge the gap of the protein that you're not getting in your regular diet. Maybe you got everything else set, but you're not getting your protein. Adding a protein shake is much, much easier, simpler, and it doesn't take up so much brain space to make those decisions. Okay? So I just wanted to remind you guys of those things. And I've actually attached a GLP-1 eating out guide to the comments at the top. You can go download that, look at the eating out suggestions, to just plan out your journey on this. Maybe you're just starting the injections and you're like, oh my gosh, what can I eat? Maybe you just got your surgery and you're back to eating solid food and you're like, what is the plan? The plan is everything, y'all. What is the plan? So the ebook that I provided is just to give you some mindfulness. There's a notes page on there just in case you're going to a new restaurant. And it may sound extra, but until it becomes a lifestyle change or automatic, you're going to need to plan it out. So go get that. It's absolutely free. It's my gift to you because y'all know I be on my soapbox. Your girl be on her soapbox. But in that, I want to be helpful. I just don't want to be like, you need to. I want to be helpful in that. So, cheers to great health, you guys. Cheers to the decisions that make sense for our lives. Also, remembering what our responsibilities are when we do make those decisions, okay? So, I love y'all, and I hope you enjoyed. That is your vitamin D for free. Don't forget to get your free download. Bye, y'all.